Again, there's a link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow along. We're using tools to make some selections here. So in the previous tutorial, if you haven't yet, we made some selections around two of these shapes to start making the eyes of this melon head. In this lesson, we are going to start working a little bit on some of these lasso tools, and there's some different lasso tools. Work very similarly to the way the marquee works, except you don't click and drag. Instead, like if I'm on this lasso tool, and again, this button, if you hold down on it, you get different tools. Lasso tool, if I want this noodle, this piece of pasta, I can start clicking and using my hand to guide the lasso, kind of free drawing or free tracing around. I'm going to get sloppy here just to finish it up, to grab the shape. And then I'm not on the right layer, so even though I trace the shape, I want to make sure I'm on the layer where the pasta is. And then I can copy and paste it. So I have a bow tie, but it's pretty sloppy. I have some extra things around here. I would want something a little bit more precise. So I'm going to undo. The other thing I can do is, again, I have these marching ants. To deselect, I'm going to do Control D. Let's look for another tool. I might want the Polygon Lasso tool. So if this is a little bit more, it's like click, 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 click. To select the various edges, it could be a little bit more precise, is a little bit choppy. I'm going to spend a little bit more time getting this pasta than I did with the lasso tool. So bear with me. And now I have the pasta complete. So I'm going to go back to my layer at the bottom and copy and paste. I have a little bit better of, it's still a little bit, I would want to detail that out a little bit, but just to give you an idea of the Polygon Lasso tool. And underneath here, the last lasso tool is the magnetic lasso tool. And if I were to be honest, that's probably my favorite of the lasso tools. So that is helpful if you have a color difference. So there's a very bright orange here. For this orange, I'm going to make some ears. And then there's the rind, which is a white color. So if I click between those two sharp contrasting colors, and I don't even have to click after that, it kind of just is a magnet to that border between the two, the orange color and the lighter color. So it's helpful with contrasting colors. And then I'm at the end, so I'm just going to double click that I'm done. And I can make sure I'm on my layer where that is, copy it, Control C, and paste it. And now I have this thing that I'm going to create as an ear. It's just not the right, I want to flip it. So I'm going to use my, in the previous lesson we learned how to free transform, which is, you can find it under Edit, or you can do Control T. And I'm kind of tilting it a little bit. If my mouse goes to the top, I can kind of change it. Same thing on the right side. I want another ear, so I'm going to go ahead and be done with that. And then copy it, paste it, and use my Control T to transform it. And now I'm coming up with my melon head here. He now has a bow tie and ears, and so that is a little bit of an introduction to the various lasso tools.